In the last few weeks close to semi-finale, we saw Big Mama introduce housemates who shook greater connections in the perfect match extra house. One who also had lots of people talking, turning two ladies' heads against each other. Well, at a point, I am pleased to be seated right here with Kwame. How are you?
Hi, I'm okay. How about you?
I'm perfect. I'm fantastic. This is Perfect Match Extra Stripped, where we are going to have it all stripped down. I hope you're ready.
I'm going to do that for you.
Ready to strip with me?
I'm going to strip it down for you.
All right. How are you feeling right from eviction through to today?
Man, like, I didn't think the feeling would be great as this.
It's great?
Like, it's been amazing.
Coming out of the house?
Yes.
Okay.
I kind of miss the house, and
right.
I wish that I would, like, had a longer period like to spend in the house, but coming out of the house has been great. And I feel like though I didn't get enough time in the house, I still have lovers.
Oh.
Like, people do actually like love and care for me, and I'm just so much in love with that.
So who do you miss most back in Big Mama's house?
I like the energy from specific housemates, like Bogdan and Naya.
Bogdan and Naya.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I think that it will be them.
Okay.
Yeah. But most people I grew like strong connections with are already outside the house, so we kind of have conversations.
Okay. All right. You mentioned Bogdan and Naya.
Yeah.
But at a point you were connecting so well with Perry. What happened?
Yeah, I was actually connecting with Perry, but I feel like we didn't get enough time to spend together.
Okay. What's the case?
Yeah, so we shared a very like deep conversation in like the kitchen once. Like he opened up about a lot of things, and that night he actually made me like tear up. I was like, yo, like this is deep stuff, and he's actually been through a lot. And so like it was to a point where I could connect with him on that level, because we actually have like similar experiences, and so we bonded on that. But I would have loved to build that relationship. But I'm sure when he comes out, we will definitely build that relationship.
We are looking forward to it. You are someone who brought a lot of heat into Big Mama's house. We wanted to actually quench the fire at a point. The fire was too much for us.
I didn't want it to end.
You didn't want it to end?
It would have been like, that's what I'm saying. Like it would have been much like heavier if I should have come in like in the early days.
Part of the heat was confusion. Someone would say, you were a bit confused at the beginning. And if I talk confusion, I know you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, what made it so?
I wouldn't say I was confused. Like I was just introduced in the house and I saw beautiful ladies.
Okay.
I wanted to give it time to connect with every single one of them.
Okay.
And so that was just what it was about. It wasn't that I was confused. I didn't know what I wanted. Like I was just dropped in the house. I mean, it's a social experiment for a reason. Right, I had no clue on like certain things that were happening, but I just wanted to have fun and connect with people, and that's why I just
having fun and connecting with people means kissing two ladies who are friends to themselves.
It was just in the moment. It happened in the moment.
Okay.
So the moment was suited for that, and that's why it happened.
Okay.
You
so
understand?
you enjoyed every bit of it with Bambi and then with Paulina as well.
I would say, like, thinking about it now, it was unnecessary.
Okay.
You understand?
Which one of them was unnecessary? Was it the kiss with Bambi or the kiss with Paulina? Or the two of them?
This is actually hard, but it was actually the kiss with Bambi.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't think... need that?
Yeah, I did. It was unnecessary.
Okay.
But that, like I said, it was like what the atmosphere was. It was suited for that, and so I just went with the flow. And thinking back at it, I was like, this shouldn't have happened. Yeah. You
chose Paulina?
Yeah.
At a point. What do you like about Paulina?
I think I made mention about her nurturing spirit. She's very, very caring. She's a hard worker. She's smart.
Okay.
And she's pretty.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Bambi isn't pretty?
No, she's all of those things as well. But then I kind of felt more connection with Paulina rather than her.
Was it because she said all of the things she said during the live show? That's why you felt like, okay, this lady has made me feel, this way. So I'd rather give my flower to Paulina because it looked like Bambi kept, telling it to your face, you're a player, you're this, you're that. And so you felt like maybe it's not actually even going to work in the first
So,
place.
one funny thing about what you're saying. So, we had a conversation, Bambi and I, and this is something people are not privy to, so I'm just spilling the tea for you.
Okay, I'm interested in the tea.
Yeah, so I had a conversation with Bambi, and I asked her if she still likes me. That was on Friday night.
All right, what did she say?
She was like, yes. And I told her, I asked her again that, what does she want me to do with my flowers? And she said I should do anything I want to do with it.
Okay.
But I feel like...
It hurts your ego?
No.
Okay.
When she says that, it means the ball is in my court.
To choose what you want to do.
Yes, what I want. But I saw a video, and she was like... She was talking with Paulina, and she was like, if I give my flower to her, she's not going to accept her. And so it was like, I'm not even the liar here. And so why are people saying that I'm a liar, I'm a cheater, I'm like this, I'm this? Yeah. Like, this is someone who lied to my... I don't know if she was lying or she meant what she said, though, but she said it to my face that, yo, I still like you. Okay. You understand? And she told me that she made her decision after the Friday pool party. That's when she told me she made a decision as to not to go in for me. But then she had this conversation with Paulina way before the Friday pool party, and so she was kind of contradicting herself. I'm still curious to know, but I don't even want to delve deep into that because I've let that go. I want to focus on Paulina. And
do you think Bambi still likes you?
I wouldn't say so.
She's not giving you any, she's not leading you on in any way?
No.
But like we saw the two of you under the blanket, under sheets, telling each other things. Under the so then let me know. That's what I saw with my eyes. Yeah. Let us know, what was it about? Yeah. Considering the fact that you are with Paulina, or Paulina was just an option?
No, Paulina wasn't just an option. So even in the initial stages, I gravitated more towards Paulina than Bambi. Okay. And so it was like I kind of knew what to do, but I just needed some reassurance that I'm making the right decision, because this is something as I said, I want it to last a long time. You understand? I won't just rush and make a mistake and then regret making that mistake. And so what happened with Bambi, I'm a caring person, right? Okay. And Bambi is also very, very caring. I make sure she's good. I care about her a lot. I make sure she's good. She makes sure I'm good. And at that point in time, I had just come out of a heated argument with Paulina. She was just making sure I was good. You
were good. But this was Paulina during the live show saying that all of these things constituted to the fact that, you were not giving her attention enough. Why would you give your flower to someone, to a lady, and at the end not to give her that much attention? Because she said you not giving her attention resulted to all of the fights that you were having. What was the reason? You still wanted to explore the options?
No.
Okay.
I had already made up my mind, and I felt like she should have understood me to a certain level.
Do you like being chased in the relationships that you have?
Never. I feel like with what happened between Paulina and I, it was beyond attention. It was just frustrating, like having to fight over petty stuff. We weren't fighting.
What were the things you were fighting about?
Yeah, so let me tell you one of them. It's just so petty, it's so funny.
Okay, I'm interested.
One time we were there, and we were in the hall having a conversation, the living room having a conversation, and I was like, yo, like, we've not taken our bath this evening. And so go and take yours, I'll go and take mine after. And then afterwards, we can come and sit back in the living room and continue having a conversation, because we were having a sweet conversation, right? Okay. I was really enjoying that conversation, and so I didn't want it to end, but I was like, go and shower, and then I'll go and do the same, and then we can continue our conversation. And she just got mad for no reason. And she just lashed out, and I also lashed out because I didn't see why she was also mad.
Maybe for her, she felt you were pushing her away because this was you having a very intimate conversation,
that's how she felt. Yeah, that's how she felt. She explained it like later on. And so I feel like most of our conversations happened because of misunderstandings, because we weren't understanding each other, not necessarily because of like those particular things, because there's nothing to fight about. But because she understood me, and because I also misunderstood her, that's what brought up the fight.
So what took you too long to address all of these problems that you constantly kept having? If you think that Paulina is someone that you want to really form something deeper with? What made it get to the point where Bambi had to be the one looking out for you? Because you could have resolved everything and not wait for it to get to that point.
Yeah, we could have, but that's why I said that in the heat of the moment, it wasn't an option. Because like tempers were high, she was mad, I was also mad, and we couldn't like meet at a point, and so we just had to give it some time. She had to give me space, I had to give her space just to think through about things.
She calls you problematic. Has she ever said it to your face?
Yeah.
How did you feel about that?
I just feel like, then again, it's a misunderstanding. She misunderstands me
sometimes. You're never problematic?
No.
What happened with Kondon? I think that it wasn't a good thing seeing, you know, all of the jabs being thrown at each other, you know, amongst yourselves. And one would ask, what was the reason why you didn't like her that much?
Initially I liked her, like I liked her energy. She smiles a lot, she's caring. She used to ask me a lot, oh, are you okay, are you good? And she will always smile to me when I'm passing by her. And so I really liked her in the early stages until she passed those comments about me, because I don't think that that's something anyone would like to hear. And so they were very, very hurtful. And my concern was, if you thought all of these things about me, like why were you smiling to my face? Why didn't you come to me to tell me? Like you were just smiling to my face, asking me, oh, are you okay? But at the back of your mind, like he's such a cheat. Like he's a player.
But we got to understand that this was something that she didn't, you know, throw herself into. The conversation was sort of, she didn't insect herself there. It sort of happened that she had to share her thoughts on them.
I understand.
You felt she should have still stayed away?
No, she could have shared her opinion. I'm not mad about her sharing her opinion. Like, oh, maybe I think this guy is playing with you, or I think... But to go to the extreme of calling me names, that's
don't
why
you think
it
was just an opinion that had to be expressed?
Okay, so if people see that to be okay, why do they see a problem with me also expressing my opinion about her?
Your expression was sort of harsh. And you called her foolish.
Hers was also harsh.
I mean, how would you feel seeing another gentleman in the house call your lady Paulina that word?
I wouldn't like it. I'll confront them about it.
And on the live show, it sort of felt like you wanted her to know that indeed I called you foolish. Because when she asked that, is it me you were talking to, you said, kind of.
No, I said yes.
You said yes?
Yeah. But I should say, like thinking about it now, I kind of shouldn't have.
Okay.
So I really apologize to her.
What was wrong with her food? You said her food, I don't know.
So it wasn't even about like what happened between us.
Okay.
I complimented her immediately. I walked into the kitchen that, oh, it smelled nice. It looked nice. It looked so colorful. I was very, very expectant.
Were you not being sarcastic?
No.
Okay.
Honestly, like even before they called us that the food was ready, I came downstairs dancing.
Did you eat it?
No, I couldn't.
Why didn't you eat the food?
Because it wasn't good. In my opinion, it wasn't good.
So then again, you were being sarcastic. You told her that the food was smelling good, all of that.
Yeah, and the taste didn't match the smell.
Oh, okay. So you tasted it?
Yeah, I tasted it.
Okay.
It didn't taste good.
It didn't taste good?
Yeah.
You couldn't even try?
No. But I enjoyed the chicken, so I just took the chicken out. But I cleared the stew of the chicken and I just...
How do you think that made her feel?
I don't know how she felt about it. But I think I gave my honest opinion, and just like you said, I didn't even volunteer to give my honest opinion. They asked me about it. So people came to me, oh, what do you think about this food? We were all giving our opinions, and I just shared mine. We all have our taste, but I just didn't like it.
Okay.
Probably it was just me, but you know the funny thing? Other people shared their opinions as well. To me.
But yours is the problem.
To me. They
told you.
Exactly.
Let me know which people came to you telling you. Okay.
Initially, right, Larissa was like, no, Van Dyke was like, oh, his stomach hurts. Larissa was like, her too. Okay. And Bambi was like, hey, like, she also has the same thing.
What if it wasn't about
No, wait,
the food?
I'll come to that. So wait, I'm coming to that.
It wasn't because of the food.
Bambi said that, hey, like, why, what did we eat? And they were like, we all ate the same thing, oh.
Okay.
That was Bambi. Bambi was like, they all ate the same thing, oh. And I just looked at them and I was like, no, the guys don't do. So I was
were they
like,
setting you up?
Yes, exactly. And so I feel like people felt the same thing, but people were just they just couldn't say it, or they were just faking. So I feel like most people laugh with people in the house they don't even like. They go about them like they go behind them saying all sorts of things. But I would rather confront you than say things behind your back.
Okay.
And even in regards to Kondon, like I wanted to have that conversation with her, and so I kept on like following up. Kondon, let's have this conversation. Kondon, let's talk. Kondon, let's talk. She never brought herself to talk to me, and I just connected her one time, and I was like, yo, let's have this conversation. Like,
but one would also say that the fact that she calling you a cheat triggered you that much, it means that this is actually who you are.
No, I was triggered because it wasn't true.
Okay.
Yeah, that was why I wasn't triggered. I was hurt.
Okay.
Especially with it coming from her. I was very, very hurt by that. Because I didn't expect, I expect from other people, not her.
Which other person would you have expected it from?
I would have expected it from Bambi.
Bambi.
Yeah,
because I mean, she was, the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
Because she knows the truth that you are.
And even with that, she came, after the live show, she came to me and she apologized to me. She was like, she didn't mean it. Okay. You understand? But Kondon was all like, she was still strong on the like the fact that you play.
Maybe she could see something the others were not seeing.
Nah, it was just unnecessary.
Okay, you keep talking about how people are actually fake to other housemates. Who do you think is faking it in the house? Give me some names.
So I feel like I can't put my fingers on exactly who it was, but I feel like people were being fake to Perry.
Okay. Maybe like, give me a name or two.
I can't even think of instances right now.
Are you talking about Kondon?
Oh, no. Like I'm talking about other guys in the house being fake towards each other, like girls being fake towards girls, and all. Other guys were being fake towards him, and I didn't like that.
Okay.
But I felt like it wasn't my place to say. But I feel like Kondon realized that as well. Yeah. I wasn't the only one.
So were you okay with she confronting Oheneba and Van Dyke all about what happened with their task or their workload in the house?
Yeah.
You were happy about that?
Because I was like, it's about time. Like, sometimes I feel like people need to hear you and not really be concerned about the emotions you're speaking with, because emotions can change anytime. I might be mad and certain utterances will come out of my mouth, but I only want you to hear me, because she says that that's something she's complained about a lot, but they are still doing it. And so she
you've seen it as well?
Yeah, I did see it.
Okay, but you didn't say anything during the live show to more like back her claims up?
It wasn't my place to say. It
wasn't your place?
Yeah, I already had a lot going on.
Yours is just about Paulina?
Yeah, I had a lot going on myself. I just needed to make things right, especially with Kondon, because after that, we were good. We had that conversation and we were good. We were smiling towards each other and all.
Which housemate do you think is faking a relationship that they are into? Or which couples do you think are not having a very genuine connection?
I feel like this is something we would like best see when everyone is out of the house. Okay,
but the little you saw?
The little I saw, I definitely think a lot of people were faking their relationships.
So let me in on it.
But I like I said, I can't really pinpoint my fingers on exactly who it was. But like sometimes seeing certain dynamics, you're like, oh Lord, this is so fake.
So what did you see that you told yourself like, oh Lord, this is so fake? What's that one moment?
Like people just lifting their partners up, like kissing them, trying to force a kiss. Who
lifted the partner up for a kiss?
So I saw that like so many people did that in
Perry
the house.
and Kondon?
I really believe in their love actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I really, really believe in their love. I feel like in the house they are aside Bogdan and Naya and Perry and Kondon, that like those are the two relationships I actually believe in. Okay. Maybe it was because they were like Perry came to sleep in the room with me, and Kondon was also Naya and Bogdan were also sleeping right beside me. So that's probably why I felt like that.
So between Van Dyke and Larissa and Oheneba and Erama, you feel that there's some sort of fakeness going on there?
I wouldn't say. It was probably because I wasn't taking like notice of them. Okay. And so I really didn't get to pay attention to them. But
when Adjoati came to the house, we realized you were in some emotion, and she was one lady you will look at in a certain way.
In a certain way.
If a guy likes a lady, that's just the way they will look at them. Did you feel something for Adjoati Because when she was leaving, she told you she was sorry.
I didn't feel anything. I don't know why she said that.
You heard her?
Yeah. And
But
she
you
was
kept
like,
smiling
she
at
was
her
like,
in a way.
sorry I led you on.
Yeah.
She didn't lead me on.
The two of you never had any moment?
We had friendly moments, I would say.
Okay.
I just pick up on vibes, and she had a good vibe. I just loved hanging out with her. I just loved having conversations with her. That was just it. She didn't lead me on
Do
in
you
any
like
way.
her?
Not in that way. I would
Not
like her
in
as a
that
friend,
way.
yeah.
What do you
And-
think about Ohineba? Okay.
But Ohineba is like he's a G. Like he's a friend.
So you like him for her?
Do I like him for her? I'm not in any place to say that. It doesn't even matter.
So we have some tweets about you. I'd like you to read them out. Let me know what you think about them. You're already smiling, so let's get into it.
So Kwame is obsessed with Ohineba and Irama. Never. Never obsessed with them. I just tend to be in my own lane, focus on my own self. If there's anyone I have banter with, I just banter with them, and that's it.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Kwame, question mark, question mark, question mark. If this guy had come earlier, he would have caused a lot of problems. Paulina, I pity you, better run. Oh Lord. If I had come earlier, I would have caused a lot of problems. That I'm not even going to lie. I definitely would have caused a lot of problems. But good problems, actually.
Okay. Stealing people's women.
Not stealing people's women.
Okay.
But I kind of like, I know I command, I wouldn't say I command attention, but I know that
You have
my
what
presence
you
is
do with
felt.
your eyes. That's what you know how to do best. We can go on.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Paulina, I pity you, you better run. That's a bit
You don't
too
think
much.
Paulina
No, no,
should
no.
run for her life?
No, there's nothing
Okay.
to run
You are
for.
just the best person for Paulina.
I don't know about that. That would be up to her to say.
You're unsure that you can make her happy?
I know I can make her happy.
Okay. What's funny?
Another foolish boy in that house is Kwame. That boy can fool. Okay, I think I don't know how to see this. Was it a compliment or it was
Then let's take it as a compliment.
like I like to have fun. I like to
Okay,
vibe.
yeah.
So if that's what they are saying, then yeah. But as me being a foolish boy, I don't know about that.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know why, but Kwame gives me a certain ick. I'm not for everyone.
Yeah.
Definitely someone wouldn't like you for certain reasons, and that's okay. There are people who would also like me just the way I am, and that's what
And that's it.
that's what I like. That's what
Okay.
matters. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Is that all?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, so let's go on to this. We have some cards displayed right in front of us, filled with images of the various housemates. And so you're going to turn them over right now. Yeah. Yeah, so turn all of them over. And exactly. So who do you think is the petty housemate? Who do you think is petty in Big Mama's house?
Petty. I didn't get a chance to meet a lot of people, but from the people I know, I think it's this lady. This lady.
Your own woman.
She's
Alright.
so pretty, but in a cute way, though.
In a cute
yeah,
way?
in a cute way.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Who do you think is the most emotional?
The most emotional. Van Dyke.
Van Dyke is emotional?
Yeah.
Okay. What makes you say that towards his woman?
Not towards his woman, but about everything.
Everything.
Yeah, he just cries about everything.
What's the last thing he cried about when you were in the house?
About Bogdan leaving. And it was a bit
Okay.
much. It was like, he's doing too much.
You felt he was doing too
He was
much?
doing too much.
For you, Bogdan should have gone home?
No, I love Bogdan.
Yeah.
Like, I really had,
But you just felt like
he was doing too
he
much.
was doing too much?
And I felt like he was doing that for cameras, but I mean, who can say?
Okay. Who is the most manipulative housemate?
Most manipulative. Him.
Okay.
Yeah, but in a good way though.
That
like,
answers a lot of questions though.
What question?
Why? But let me ask you, why do you think he is manipulative?
Manipulative in a good way.
Okay.
Like, you know,
I don't need you to tell me whether in a good way or not.
Yeah,
but
let
why?
me. Like, there are certain like situations where you can
Okay.
turn around to make it favor you.
Okay.
I feel like he's that kind of person.
He's that kind of person.
Yeah.
Okay. The fact that he was able to tell his woman not to call you bestie again, that's manipulative enough?
Not necessarily, but there were other things I saw.
Okay.
Yeah, that I mean, game recognizes game, so.
Okay.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying.
All right. And who is the most genuine housemate?
Oh, the most genuine housemate. And Lord.
And the Lord?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Why do you think he's very genuine?
Because he was just himself, and I just loved that about him. I was always receiving good vibes from him. He would talk to me about everything. It's quite unfortunate on the last but one day or the last day we fought, but yeah, I regret that so much.
All is good now?
Yeah, all is good now. We are fine.
Okay. Before you go, I would want to know your final prediction for finale. Let's rank it from first to fourth.
Okay.
You can choose not to give me pictures, just by the mention of their names.
Yeah. So personally, my personal favorite right now is Bogdan and Naya.
So they are winning it for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
the second couple.
Second, Perry and Kondon.
Perry and Kondon. Third.
Third, Oheneba and Irama.
Okay.
And then fourth, Van Dyke
and Larissa. Yeah. Okay. What should we be expecting from you? What should we be expecting Kwame, do? What should we be looking out for as you are out of Big Mama's house?
Like, it's going to be so amazing. Like, I have so many amazing activities, should I say, planned out. So as my current position as Mr. Universe Ghana, I'm gearing up to go for an international pageant next year to represent Ghana, of course.
Okay.
And I just can't wait for that. Like, I know I'll make my country proud, and I know like I would actually go for gold, definitely.
Wow. You are indeed going for gold. And are you going with Paulina?
If it comes to it, yeah, I'll go with her.
So we just know now no be affair.
That's up to her, man.
Jesus.
That's up to her. Yeah,
well, we're wishing you well. What are the social media platforms that people can connect with you via? This is your camera. Okay,
so on Instagram is the Kwame Nkrumah, simple THED Kwame Nkrumah. On TikTok, it's the Kwame Nkrumah 1. On X as well is the Kwame Nkrumah. So it's basically the Kwame Nkrumah. You get all the options, yeah.
Okay. Is Nkrumah your name?
Yeah, that's my name.
Wow, I was going to ask why is such a young guy calling himself Kwame Nkrumah?
How can I take that name upon myself?
Because it's too heavy a name. So, but we wish you all of the grace that Kwame Nkrumah had. Of course, we are taking away all of the negative ones. Yeah. All right. So we just had a beautiful conversation with Kwame Nkrumah, the player that you ladies have been looking forward to meeting. Well, he says he's not a player, but I know that for some of you, your perceptions have been formed already. But you get to listen to this full conversation and see whether he is or he is not. Thank you for sticking and staying. This has been Perfect Match Extra, stripped right here on Adesa Productions Limited. We'll come your way again, but until then, stay safe.